Hey guys, this is Jeff over at Outer Worlds Comics. I have just pulled up to Al C's Collector Showcase. It's a 3-day collectible show, so it's got toys, comics, Funkos, sports cards, all that stuff. I've never been to this one, so I've heard that you can find some decent comics. Never been, so I'm going to pop in here for a little bit, and then I'm going to head over to my local LCS. They're having a deal today, two back issue deals. So let's see what we got. We're gonna walk in and we'll see some video from there. All right.
And if you didn't know, we have two tattoo artists doing live tattoos here. Come on by and schedule your tattoo.
A comic book. It's a toy collectible, cards, comics, all of it. You saw in the video all the stuff they had. There was a fair amount of comics, nothing crazy. You know, it was definitely more toys and collectibles and things like that. I didn't really have a plan in mind when I had gone. I've heard about this one a lot. I've heard that you can find some good deals. I kind of walked in, looked at some dollar books, walked around, bumped into some people I know, checked out some artist tables, things like that, just chatting people, and ended up coming up to Mutiny Comics, which is a comic book store here in Denver. And they had Jeff is the guy I think he owns it. He had some $1 and $2 books, and then some some other issues, some other back issues, and some magazines and things like that. And as I was looking through, he just kind of low-key let it be known that for like the next 30 minutes until he took lunch, that all the comics were going to be, everything was 50% off. And I'm like, wow. So I started looking through some books there, bought some books, which I'll show you here in a bit, and then looked at the booth next to me, started chatting with them. I know them from other shows. And before you know it, I had to go because I was going to Hall of Justice, which is my LCS. They have their back issue, their first Saturday of the month sale. So they have some back issues. I had a pull list I wanted to get. So I ended up going over there and did get a few back issues, which I'll show. Picked up some books out of my pull list, including some of those Batman blind bags. So I left it at that. So kind of had a pretty busy day today looking at and dealing with comics all over the place. Actually, I drove like an hour south to go do all this. So anyway, I thought this will be a quick video. You know, is what I'm going to do is just kind of show you what did I pick up at All C's, what did I get as far as some back issues, and I don't know if maybe I'll open up one blind bag just for the heck of it, and I think I'll do 2 others on my Instagram page. So let's check it out. I'll show you what I got, and then we'll wrap up the video. But I appreciate everybody hanging out and watching. Oh, you know what I'll do, and I'll add this. You know what? We're going to hold the press, because one other thing I'll mention is that I went to my group. If you watch this and you've seen me talk about it in the past, if you watch my channel, I go to this thing every other Friday. We meet, this comic group of friends meet at a bar in Denver, and it's a great group of guys. I've really enjoyed going to it. And we just talk comics, we show off comics, and sometimes people bring books to, like, they know that you collect a certain book, they might want to see if you're interested. Hey, I've got this for sale if you want it. Or there's people give away books. It's a great group of people. And so anyway, I ended up coming back with some books from group on Friday, which I'll go ahead and show off in this video as well. So all things considered, Friday and Saturday, yesterday and today, a great 2 days of comic book geeking out after a very busy week of work in California. So it was nice to come back and decompress and do it with comics. So let's check what I got, and we'll probably not see my face again after this. So then we'll see my face on the next one. Thanks. All right. So first off, this was at All Seas. I think I got all of these books except for one at from Mutiny Comics. If you're in Colorado, definitely check them out. Great guys and a nice little shop. So I just saw this. It was, again, everything was 50% off. So the sticker price was $5. I got it for 50% of that. And it's Marvel Comics nervously presents Pizzazz. I guess it's Pizzazz. I had never even heard of this or seen this, but I grabbed this because it has the Hulk on it, so just kind of added to my Hulk stuff. I thought that was cool. All right, then we got the Halls of Horror. This is number 21. I had never seen these Halls of Horror. I'm guessing this is a British publication. I think it's 35 pence up there. I got this because it has Dracula on it, and we got the werewolf mentioned. Anyway, it was cool. He didn't have a lot of these, so I grabbed it and grabbed the ones that were in better condition for $5. I thought that was cool. And we got another one here. We got Monster World, number 10. This is a Warren magazine. It's got Batman and the superheroes against the monster villains. That's pretty cool. Got to check that out. And that's just a weird looking monster. So got that, and that was what, $7.50. And we got this one here, and this is another UK 30 pence House of Hammer Volume 1, Number 1. It's for $7.50. It's pretty nice shape. He had one that was $30. I think this one's got a little bit of, I didn't maybe realize it. I should have checked it more. It might have a little bit of water damage. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I'll have to maybe press it and see what happens. It still looks really nice, so I was happy to grab that. And another one of these House of Hammer. This is number 10. Again, for $7.50. Of course, I love werewolves, so we got Curse of the Werewolf. That's very cool. I was happy to grab that. It's in pretty nice shape, too. So $7.50 for that. And then we had some more comics from him. I picked out his higher grade horror. So he had some Charlton Ghostly Haunts, number 45 for $4 in really nice shape. Take that all day. And we got a Ghostly Haunts, number 44. For $6 in very nice condition. Not perfect, but pretty nice. So I needed that for my run. And then we got a Haunted Library number 24 for $6. This is also in pretty nice shape. I mean, if I can get these in anywhere from, fine to near mint, I'm taking them, obviously, near mint. But I'm okay with fine, which this is probably like a fine plus, maybe in a very fine minus. It's pretty nice. Number 24. Hard to find in those in good condition. This one was $1. It was $2. I got it for $1. I don't collect Samurai, and this is, an independent air cell. But that cover is ridiculously cool. I had never seen that before. Pink cover with the skull. That is very cool. I love that cover. So I'm happy to have that in the collection for $1. Same thing here. Got this for $1. Red Hulk number 1. Just throw that in my Hulk collection. I passed on. I kind of grab all the Mark Spears covers, but I did not grab this one because I just thought, at some point it's enough, and I just wasn't that excited about this one. But I ended up getting it for $1, so that's cool. I'm getting close to almost being done with Quasar. I know I collect Quasar. That's weird, right? But I do because I like the cosmic characters, and this was one that I needed. I only need one more, I think, for the run. So I got it for 50 cents. Not bad. We have a David Nakayama foil, little Joker. Got this for $4 all day. That's pretty cool. And then I got this Forever People. I am working on this run. So I have a few, and I like them, and the ones I have are all in pretty nice condition. So this one's in real nice shape, and got it for $7.50 all day. Take that. And we got this. Still got the Mutiny sticker in it. He was like, I'm going to give you a sticker. And then he chose to put it in this one. He made a point of putting it in this Frank Quietly cover, Joker #1 for $2.50. I like the Jokers, and I like to get cool Joker covers, and I like this one a lot. So $2, $2.50, not bad. I hadn't seen this one, and I collect all the variants I can for Immortal Hulk, and this is Immortal Hulk 50, a variant, and I got this for $5. Thought that was cool. It's in real nice shape, so heck yeah. And then the last one out of the All Seas collectible show today, I got this low grade Justice League number 55. I got it for $7.50. I just thought this was amazing. I like some of those Justice League covers, and this is a crazy Robin. I don't know what's going on. So many those Silver Age DC covers are ridiculous, and this is just another one. So I was happy to add that to my low grade Justice League collection. So yeah. Next up, we've got. Then I went over to Hall of Justice. They have their 50% off back issues sales the first Saturday. If you live in Colorado, you should definitely check it out. I didn't get there till 1:50 or almost 2 o'clock. And so that's pretty late. There was a line around the door, outside the door this morning for when they opened, I heard. So they had a bunch of fresh stock in there. So everybody kind of picked through it. I didn't even really go in they have $3 boxes. So you get books for $1.50. I didn't even spend time in there really. I just kind of went for some run fillers. So I got Alpha Flight number 81. I got Alpha Flight 82. I got Alpha Flight 88. Those are newsstands, all those ones I just showed. Alpha Flight 92 and Alpha Flight 125. I am real close to being done with this run. I think it's down to I don't know, I'm going to guess 3 to 4 issues, and I'm done with the run. So very cool. I was happy to pick those up. Those are all 50% off of the sticker price. So I got them at $3 a piece, which I'm fine with paying just to get the run done. And then I grabbed a Fantastic Four 136. It's a very fine, according to the sticker, and I would agree with that. And so I paid $10 for it. I'm just working on that sub 150 now. And although I'd have a few above because this is 162, another very fine I got for $5. So that was cool. And then last but not least, from Hall of Justice, I did grab a couple of heavy metals. I got this February 84 for $5. And I've got a September 84 for $5. So there you go, knocking out my heavy metal. And then we'll get on to what I picked up from group, and we'll be all done. Yeah, so when you go to group, you usually try to bring some books to show off, and sometimes there's a theme, sometimes there's not, but everybody brings a little bit to show off. And I was coming straight from the airport. I was traveling this week, so I didn't have anything prepared, and I just happened to be in the airport in Orange County and noticed this on the rack. So I picked it up, and it's just, I think it reprints. It's just reprints of old issues. But I thought it was a really cool cover, so I grabbed it, and I had something to bring to group to show my Mad magazine that I got at the airport. I thought that was fun. And then there was a guy that comes, I've mentioned on here, Joe. He's a guy I met in the comic industry, great guy. And he brought a little box of Wizard magazines people could take for free. So I grabbed a couple of Hulk Wizard magazines, a Red Hulk one, and then we got a World War Hulk. So those were for free. Thought it was fun just to add to my Hulk collection. And then he brought these because he knows I like Jenny Frison. So he brought a stack of Jenny Frison. I had a few of them, so I just grabbed a couple. But I grabbed this one. It's the Batman, or Catwoman 41. And we got a Catwoman 26. So I grabbed a couple Catwoman Jenny Frison variants. I think I paid $5 for those, so that was cool. And then our guy, Mark, who I've mentioned here, he's got the basement filled with comics that he's selling piece by piece. He brought this and just said, who wants it for free? It's missing its centerfold. I said, me. So it's Sergeant Fury Howling Commandos #3, third appearance of Sergeant Fury. And it's just missing its centerfold. So anyway, I took it for free. And then this was cool. I bought this from him. It's a Showcase Presents number 78, Born to Trouble, Johnny Double. And it's signed by Len Wein and Marv Wolfman. His brother, this is really great story. His brother unfortunately passed away. He was the legend in the comic book scene, especially in Colorado. Kind of started a lot of the conventions and things in the state. He was known as the professor. He taught a class on comic books, and I'm totally blanking on his name, and it's driving me crazy. Dang it. Anyway, he convinced his parents to let him go to the second ever New York Comic Con in 1969 or 68 or 67 or something like that. And he met some other kids there, and they all went to DC's like bullpen, basically, or wherever the DC comic guys worked, and he just hung out with these guys. So he was just like sitting on the floor while Len Wein while all these artists were there. So I don't think he had this book signed at that time, but he got to know those guys really well. He got to know, when he was there, he has a picture taken of standing next to Neil Adams. And this story is I've heard about this guy is legendary. So anyway, this was from his personal collection that his brother is now kind of piecemealing out. Mark brought this and just was showing it off. And I said, "Are you interested in selling it?" And he goes, "Yeah." So I paid him $20 and bought him a beer. And I came back with a Len Wein, Marv Wolfman signed Showcase Presents number 78, signed on the inside, out of his brother's personal collection. So that's a special book. Thought it was really cool. And that's the last book. So there you go. I won't open it up at this right now and show you. You just have to trust me, it's in there. Either way, thanks for watching.